Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, Todd. How you doing, sir?
I'm unbelievable, or as you might say, unbelievable.
Well, after what's been happening here this last several months and what's happened the last couple of weeks, it's not unbelievable. It's unbelievable or unbelievable.
Yeah, boy, guys, rank advancements happening everywhere, all across the board. So Stephanie D just went two-star director. They work with Alicia and Melanie. So proud of you, Stephanie. Way to go. Congratulations. Got to spend a ton of time with her in Paris and Barcelona and Cancun. It's funny, she lives in Canada. I've never spent time with her in the United States or Canada. I've only spent time with her in Paris, Barcelona, Cancun. It's kind of funny how you get to meet people and associate with them in various places around the world. I know that we have Keith about to go 3-star in less than a month. I mean, absolutely incredible. But I mean, guys, all across the board, every leg, every aspect of the business, people are absolutely just, cranking. Sales are cranking. And again, as you said so well, Daryl, this is really just a prelude to what is going to happen even 12 months from now. This is the kind of the calm or the surge before the actual storm. It's just beginning to kind of beat up into a fever. If we're going to use a hurricane example, it's only a tropical storm and Cat 5 is about to come. And in 12 to 24 months, like the word has finally gotten out that, man, there's this company out there that's in their 11th year. They're debt-free, millions in the bank, paying people on time, every time, as they have for 10 years. Their CEO and founder was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year. He's built massive businesses in the traditional world. He's built massive downlines in the network marketing world, guys. That's so important. You can find people in this industry that they're great business people, but they do not know squat about the direct selling industry. And this is a very unique industry, right? I mean, traditional business rules don't really apply here. And you can also find people that are great distributors, great at building downlines, but they don't know crap about owning and running a business and doing the things you have to do to make a business successful long-term. Our CEO and founder has both sides of that equation. We got a home office in Temecula, California, customer service in 4 different languages, getting ready to add a 5th. We are now have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain, getting ready to hire an employee in Madrid, Spain. So we got offices in 2 different continents. We have a corporate presence in Cartagena, Colombia. We've got a product that we're doing things in travel that have just never, ever been done before. We're doing things in recognition that have never, ever been done before. We're doing things in compensation that have never, ever been done before. And we just went through a global pandemic. We made some big announcements before that pandemic, and we now know that we have the secret sauce. How do we know we have the secret sauce? Because we doubled in size during the pandemic. The very thing that should have brought a company like ours to our very knees. Instead, we doubled in size. And the word is just now beginning to get out. And I understand we're 10 years old. That can kind of seem like a mixed signal. Man, I'm 10 years. I wish I was there at the beginning. No, you don't. Trust me. You do not wish you were here at the beginning. I bet you had to go through the roller coaster, the ups and the downs. At one point,
even 6 years ago.
Yeah, I had my entire team quit. You know why my entire team quit? Because the company says, we're going to focus on travel. I mean, the very thing we all love, the very thing that's causing us to boom, caused some other people to say, well, if you're going to focus on travel, then I don't want to be here. And they all quit. And so again, you didn't want to be here for some of those early days, right? 6 years ago when Daryl and them started, all we had was great travel rates. So it was $125 per month. There were no travel points. There were no free trip incentives. There were no getaways. There were no world tours. There was none of that. We didn't even have the proof of people traveling and experiencing the great rates. All of that had to be built. So it takes time to lay that foundation. That's why we always bring up that stat. It took Starbucks 16 years to get to 17 stores. By the way, it took McDonald's, if you know the whole story, 19 years to get to their first franchise. Dave Hart did it in 8 years. It took him 8 years to get to the secret sauce. Again, how do we know we have the secret sauce? Because we made the announcement right before the pandemic. We doubled in size and we've not slowed down since. There's no doubt where this train is going. There's no doubt we know who we are. I mean, we see the leaders that are joining the company. Every time we turn around, there's another major leader looking at our company saying, wow, this is the place. This is the way. This is where I want to be. And again, all you got to do is extrapolate that and look down the road, 12 months, 24 months, 60 months. And that's how any technology company does anything. To give you guys some reference, if you look at the computer revolution we went through back in the 1980s and 1990s, what those guys knew back then was that the chips were doubling in their ability to process and speed and capacity every so many years, and that the cost was also cutting in half every so many years. So if the chips are getting faster and faster, and the ability to store information on those chips is increasing exponentially, while the cost to produce the chips is decreasing exponentially, all you had to do is extrapolate that out and say, we know where this is going. By the way, the same thing was true with YouTube. When YouTube first came out and they were putting videos online, Daryl, they were losing money every single year. I mean, nobody could afford to do it, but they knew that the cost of storing those videos was going down exponentially, while the ability to store the videos was going up. They knew that, hey, if we go in there and own the market today, we'll lose money for a few years, but we can see where the intersection is. And then at that point, it costs nothing to store the videos. We own the market and we're going to make a fortune. So this is what business people do. They say, here's where we are, but you can extrapolate on a graph where you're going. And guys, if you understand where we are going, if you understand momentum, that you would be doing anything and everything you could today to go out there and build your business as aggressively as obviously humanly possible. As you know, Maria says so well, if you understood the power of residual income, you would run through walls to get it. So we do have Coach D, by the way, who's in Chicago. She's on with us today. I'm going to go look for our special guest here in a moment, Daryl. See if we got him on here, and we'll.
Yeah, I see him on. I see him. We just can grab him on. But Todd, you're absolutely right, guys. Real quick, how many of you've got your team on here today? How many of you have texted your team and reminded them? Now, yes, you should not have to. If somebody wants to go to Ambassador, somebody wants to get caught up in the momentum and the success that we're having right now, you shouldn't have to. But unfortunately, we live in a world and society that, making, multiple six-figure income and changing your financial situation is not priority number one, or it is, but the actions don't dictate that. So if you have not texted somebody while we're setting this up, bringing on these amazing guests, and I've got 6 slides I'm going to go through that I'm going to share at some point in time today, powerful slides that'll make a difference in your life. Text someone and find out, are they on here, or why are they not on here? It's your job to get them plugged in. I just give a shout out to my buddy Gary Thompson out of the San Francisco Bay Area. One of the first things we did with Gary is we made sure he got plugged in, and he wanted to do it even before I kind of really pushed the fact that that's what you need to do. And guess what? Gary's pushing his people to get on. People that tend to get on the calls, the Monday corporate update calls, the Saturday trainings, pick up one little nugget or a pearl of wisdom, and their life changes. I can look back over the last year or so, and I see, and for Igor, maybe the last few months or so, and you see the people that are plugging on, they tend to rank up. And then people that are not on, they tend not to rank up. That is what we call a CLUE. It is a clue. The information that's disseminated on here by the leadership and the guests that are coming on here, guys, this is game-changing information that over the next year or two, the next 3 or 4 years, your life trajectory can go to another level. It is important that you're here, you're on time, and that you get your key team members on here as well. So Todd, just wanted to do that quick little rant. Call somebody, text them, make sure that they're on, because we've got some information we're going to share today that will impact your life.
No, I'll tell you what, real quick, because I want to take this to Coach D as well. But before I go to Coach D, I want to bring on Igor real quick. So if you're on there, Igor, you can turn your camera on, come on. And Igor was at the conference. So, you got to plug into light up, as you were just talking about a moment ago, Daryl. And Igor was in San Antonio, Texas. He was there with a bunch of his team. And you are a co-host. There we go.
Okay.
So Igor has been with our company now about 4.5 months. His wife is a 3-star, about to become a 4-star. And last night, Igor became an ambassador in our company. So congratulations to our newest ambassador, Mr. Igor. So excited for you and Larissa. I told Coach D, man, I go, you went to that conference and you got fired up, went back, and not even 6 days later, you became an ambassador.
Yes,
that's what conferences will do for you.
Events make you money.
Yes.
So it's my time, yeah? Can I say?
Yes. Your
Okay.
time. Congratulations.
First of all, I want to say praise God, because everything comes from God. And of course, I really appreciate Todd, Tatiana, because Tatiana, the lady who is find the right key to share with me about all this information. And, because I'm really skeptical guy. I'm really, really skeptical. And the Tatiana, she find the right key. She asked me to be just a customer. And when I was compare price of what I did before and what she offered me, I was surprised. I say, oh my gosh, it's really nice because it's really big saving. And I start to be as a customer first, and then later, when I share with my friends about all this opportunity, and she was signed too. She got the membership too. And Tatiana called me. She says, "Hey Igor, you can have like free membership." And I find 2 more people. And after that, she called me again. She said, "Hey, you can start work here and you can make money here." But I have my construction business in Hawaii. But my wife, she long term, she was pray God, I don't want to see my husband with construction. And she like many years she was pray to God to find something other for me, But I say, no, Laura, you know what? I'm never done with my construction. I'm just open. I'm learning. I spend a lot of money, over $1,100 for open my business, for everything. And I say, no, that's my business, and I will build it. But I was surprised how God can change our plans, and how God, if somebody support you, if somebody pray for you, that God, He is amazing. Because my wife, it's a blessing for me. She never say me every day, oh, you have to do something, change. She was praying for me. And when God gave me this opportunity, I say, okay, this is answer from God to my wife. And today, I'm so blessing when I see the result for really short period of time, and special thanks for my team, because without all this team, I'm just zero, so that's it's really important, when you have strong leaders, when you have people and you support them, and today my appreciation and my thanks to all my team, and I want to say thank you, Adela and David Hart. It's a really amazing what they did it, because if compare this opportunity with other one, it's unbelievable, it's something new, something fresh, and special with residual money. So listen, I'm really blessing when I open today my back office and I start to get ambassador rate, I say, hallelujah. Yes, and of course, yeah, I'm gonna say everyone we loves you, and we really was inspired after Texas conference, all my team, they was love it, Travelbusiness people, and we was really inspired, today they says, okay, we have go one more time where their next event, we're gonna be visit them too, so it's a blessing. And of course I wanna say you guys for your support, and you are example for us, it's easiest to go when people already achieve some position, it's not because we smart or we have something special, no, because we have good example, and this is you are our example, so when we follow you and we do just already what people do before us, of course it's easiest, so because we already learn from some mistakes, and yeah, now I'm so blessing, and I'm so appreciate everyone, and yeah, so that's all. I don't have any words, just thanks.
Well, Igor, it's been an amazing run. Again, you guys have been here, just under 5 months. You're an ambassador. I know that Larissa's about to go 4 stars. So, your ballpark 100 grand a year. She's ballpark 50 to 60 grand a year. Guys, that's in 5 months. And you can't compare what they've done because, they've read the book Think and Grow Rich 50 times. They developed that championship mindset another place, right? You can't compare their, chapter 24 to your chapter 1. So don't get into the time frames here. But the very fact that we do keep seeing people do it faster and faster. Cynthia did it in 6 months. I mean, Deborah's got a person on her team right now that 3-star director in their first month. I mean, so this is that acceleration that we're beginning to describe, and the number of leaders we're beginning to attract. And all of you should be getting fired up because your turn's coming, right? Your people are coming, your turn's coming, word's getting out. By the way, we did get Tatiana on here, and I don't know if she accepted it by mistake because getting her on camera is like, an act of Congress. But I don't know if we're going to get her to come on and say anything or not. I text her real quick. Maybe she will. Hold on.
Hey, but Todd, while you're doing that, obviously you can't, somebody on chapter 50 compared to somebody on chapter 1. But one thing, talking to Igor, and he was showing me some of the things, this is something that everybody can do. You can go faster than go slower. And when he showed me his list, he showed me his people are going through their list fast. That's something whether you're on chapter 26 or whether you're on chapter 1, you can either go slow or you can go fast. If you guys get the segment that Cynthia Sly did out there in San Antonio, that part is open for anybody. I see people that have a list of 100 and they'll take 1.5 years to go through. And then you got people like Igor and people on his team, they got a list of 100 and they're going through it in 3 days. So again, yes, they've got some knowledge, they've put in time, they've read the books, but nothing will stop you from, success loves speed, from going faster, talking to more people. That is something all of us can do.
Can I say you just one thing? I have my note and my book, and it's what I do every day. If you see my notes, see, this is what I do every day. Just let me, because sometimes people say, Igor, how you sign people? Because I say I'm working, I'm working, See, look, yeah, every day. And like my wife yesterday say, okay,
Wow.
you know what? I know why you achieve really fast. Because she says, when I go sleep, you still working. You say, okay, wife, I say, dear, just give me 2 more hours. Because Hawaii, it's a different time. I have 3 more hours to talk to Hawaiian people, and I call them, I inspire them, And of course, what I do, one more thing I want to share with you guys. When I did my list, I did note all my people over here. Look this. This is all my people. And when people ask me what list I have to do to achieve ambassador position, like be honestly with you, over here 48, you can see see that? Yeah. It's a 48 people and plus 30 more. Like I'm not even call every single person, and I'm because I'm already achieved position ambassador. My list was 48 plus 30. It's like around 70 people, and I'm already achieved the position. But what I did. All my people, they not answer me like in first time. If you see, I put some mark, 1 line, 2 line, and stars, the people who is already signed, and if you see over here, it's a lot star. And over here, just little bit was, but I did follow up. I doing all the time follow up. I call these people. And today I can say, everyone, if you will have a list, 100 people, believe me, you will on position ambassador really soon.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. By the way, Miss Tatiana, Ambassador Tatiana, your first time ever on camera. Most people, you're just like this mythical figure out there. So this is Miss Tatiana. She is Igor and Larissa's sponsor. Of course, her and her husband have their own phenomenal story. But Miss Tatiana, a few thoughts or congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I'm truly here just the first time, but this is for Igor. I have so much respect for him as a person, as a leader, and I want to thank him for his hard work. And my I have big congratulations for him. But one thing I wanted to say is that he is so humble to say that he's thankful to all of us. He is thankful that I've shared the opportunity with him, and that he's following the example, but he is the greatest leader. And once he was my upline in a different company, and I've learned so much from him. And probably what you're seeing, what I am, is because of him, because of his help, because of his teachings. He actually showed me the way to do it. And now I was able to help him to start up. And I'm so excited for him, for his achievements. And I know this is just a temporary stop. He's on his way to greatness, him and his wife. And I thank all of our teams that are with us and helping us make it happen. Natalie.
Yeah, and then Coach D, I want to kind of go to you. I know you're in Chicago right now working with a brand new team that's on fire. They put in over 150 something people in their first few weeks or something crazy like that. I mean, just absolutely amazing what's happening there. You're coming off the event in San Antonio where Igor had a lot of his team there. So some of your thoughts this morning.
Well, when you texted me this morning and told me he had went ambassador, I started to cry. You know, Igor, he came over to me and he was just like so grateful to even be there. And they signed up, you know, at the end. And registration was pretty much open. They came in and then he said, I need to take a picture with you. And so when you told, I told my whole team, I said, don't post it yet, though. Don't post it. But I mean, you know, one thing I love about Travorium is that although we are multiple teams and multiple people, we are one big family. We're one big team. And so I was just amazed at, 6 days. And for us to have just a little minute piece of inspiring you to do that, Igor. And I love talking to Larissa and Tatiana. It's good to meet you. But you are amazing. And I mean, you and your group came in like, you know, and you kind of remind me of, you know who you remind me of? Camilio Peraza. When Camilio called me his leader, right? But Camilio Peraza, when he walks in the room, he commands him and his team a presence, right? And that's kind of how Igor is. Igor walks in the room and with his guys, and they kind of command his presence like, hey, I'm here, right? I was like, I don't want to call them the mafia nut, but they like the Travorium mafia. And so I am so excited for you, your team, Larissa. But it just goes to show the power of an event, the power. And I was looking at something this morning because I sat with an amazing team last night as well. Shout out to Keith Brown and his team. And we just hung out and I'm listening. Then the other team, our team is doing their Zooms. I got an earphone in my ear and I'm looking at Keith do his presentation and, you know, just doing all of that. But it has to do with the speed. And Cynthia Sly said it so eloquently at the conference that the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. If you continue to move, your team is going to move, you know. And I learned that that is so important. Even when I became ill, even when my husband passed, even with all of the things that happened when I had cancer and was going through, I just continued to move. And as I continued to move, the team continued to move. So I would just say, and then I love you showing your book because I teach the Comma Club exactly that. You need to get a paper calendar. You need to get you some sticky notes. You need to keep up. One is a good documentation for your income taxes because it proves and shows that you're working your business, you know. And I know everybody wants to use these little things and put all that stuff on there, but get you an old-fashioned calendar. Then you can go back and you can look at the work. You keep, you know, make appointments with people. You know, it sounds more professional to say, hey, I it sounds more professional to say, hey, my coach is Daryl. I would love for you to meet with my business coach, Daryl Roberts. He is amazing. Instead of your upline, I teach my team not to use upline, downline, all that kind of stuff, just so, because it's a turn off for people. But I say, hey, you're gonna want to meet with my coach, Ty Strand. He's a 7-figure earner, and using those kind of words and even changing your language this day is going to speed up your activity. And so people ask me, well, how did you become a double ambassador? You know, and I agree with you, Igor. Some of this is just God blowing. And I said this to the team last night. We are in a dispensation of God blowing on Trevorium. There is a wind, and it's cold in Chicago, but there's a wind that comes. When that wind comes and it blows on you, it moves you. It makes you go faster because you're cold. And so when the wind comes, the wind of God, the Holy Spirit, when the wind of God comes and begins to blow on your team, it ain't nothing nobody can do about it. It ain't nothing nobody can say about it. And the wind has definitely come to blow. I said before our conference that we are in the year of manifestation. We are in the year where God is blowing on this company. He's bringing leaders. He's bringing fresh wind, people of the same mindset. When I hung out with the team last night, their mindset is so much like mine. Their mindset, the humbleness, the inspiration that they have. Because in order to walk, and you're humble. Tatiana is humble. The humility, Cynthia's humble, right? We're not trying to, get with, and all of that. But if you just sit back, chill, God will bring you to the front. And so, Igor, I am so proud. I'm full, y'all. I feel like he on my team. I'm so proud of you. But follow the speed of the leader, all of you guys out there. Cynthia say fast is easy, slow is hard. It is. It gets you frustrated. And so thank you so much for joining us, even at the last minute. You paid, you just amazed me. You just amazed me. And Tatiana, thank you so much for encouraging your team to come. You and Todd, we were just elated. They were sharp too. They were sharp. So thank you so much.
Incredible, Coach D. By the way, Coach, you keep going to Chicago so much that for your birthday, I'm going to get you one of these. All right.
my husband will get you. My kids, I'm gonna say this time, my children inboxed me and they said, you know what, Ma? She said, because my husband's favorite team was the opposite of yours, Packers,
the Green Bay Packers, yeah.
And so when we did the emerald green, we did it kind of in conjunction with St. Patrick's. But when you go back and look, it's all Packer colors.
Very nice.
I said, guy still speaking. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I guess he said, I'm gonna put my signature on this. So Todd, for your birthday twin from heaven, he just wants you to know the Packers still win.
Indeed. Igor, again, congratulations. So proud of you. Any final thoughts here before I go to Daryl?
No, I'm really appreciate for everything. All right. Just I wanna say, guys, just still pray, still go, don't give up, go ahead, never stop. That's what I wanna say to everyone, and of course, because everything, all blessing from the God. So that's the most important, So sometimes we're not really smart, but God help us. That's for me. I know these rules very good, because if we're doing something, God support us. And special, we have blessing to work with you guys. And you, every single person here is so amazing.
Hey, question from Charlotte Mason. She wanted to ask Igor, I would love to know what Igor started the conversation with as he called each of the people on the list. So she wanted to know, how did the conversation get started when you called the person?
Okay, it's not something special. I'm just call my friends. I say, hey, how are you? Good. Hey, listen, I have a quick question. And are you visit to vacation? Are you use the Priceline, Expedia, Booking.com? And they start asking me, why you ask me? Because I say, hey, listen, guys, I find really nice program. You can save on these sites like up to 50-70% cheaper. Oh my gosh, how is possible, And I start to, if right now I already know all this information and I start sharing with them. But in the beginning, I was transfer the conversation to Tatiana or Todd. They was help me. I put them on three-way call and I heard what they says, because it's really important. Because when I start to work, people start to give me their list, and they says, okay, just call them. And when I start to call them, they have no idea where I come from, call, and who give me their phone number, and it was like big mess. But when I start to talk to them and hear what they says, like three-way calls, it's a like really powerful idea, but nothing special, just like this.
You get the thumbs up for the producer there.
Oh, she preaches the three-way calls. Yeah, guys, it's nothing magical. It's just doing it and doing it in a hurry. You can talk to a couple people over 2 or 3 weeks, or you can talk to a couple people within 5 or 10 minutes, or 1 or 2 minutes. So it's the speed of the leader, the speed of the group. And Igor, you've definitely set some precedent, record-breaking numbers here for this company doing what you've done. You've shown that it can be done in the little space of time that you did. So we're so proud of you. We're so glad that you're going to be part of the leadership team and helping our company continue to grow here. The U.S. Coach D is on track. We had this conversation a while back. You, me, and Todd, we were talking about getting the U.S. going and making things happen. As soon as you start speaking those type of things into existence, guys, the U.S. is exploding now. We will dominate the world. There you heard.
Yeah.
Hey!
By the way, well, we were talking about the power of events, all that kind of stuff, Daryl. And I know that you and Maria are working on an event that's not official yet, but you guys are working on an event in Las Vegas, Nevada, and July 15th is the tentative date.
Well, before you say that, how many people wish you would have been at the event in San Antonio, Texas? How many of you wish you would have been there that weren't there? So type it in there. Let us know. Send some hearts out. We have a chat area. Make sure you put to everyone and send it out. So how many?
Or if you were there, how many of you wish you had more people there with you, right? So maybe you were there, but you wish you had more people there with you.
So both of those questions. You were there. You wish you had more people with you. Your business would be exploding. Or if you weren't there, you wish you were there. Okay. All right, so we only had a few people that wish that they would be there. All these people on here and people just
The rest are already making so much money. Yeah, I don't need to be there.
They don't need to be here.
I'm already killing it.
Well, it's happening now. It's finally going there. I'm just not patient. Hey guys, move. Success loves speed. But so guys, again, corporate wanted to put an event here in Las Vegas, and so it contacted Maria and I, and obviously it's a corporate event, but obviously we're
It's just me or we lose Daryl's sound?
We lost him.
Yeah, we lost your sound, Daryl. He's consulting with the producer. They're checking satellite hookup, satellite links.
Yeah, Wednesday.
You're back now.
Okay, testing. So guys, we want you guys to save the date, July 15th. That's when corporate's going to be here. Obviously, Todd and all the leaders, we haven't talked to everybody yet, but how many of you are want to come to that event? How many of you right now are going to be at that event and start bringing other people to the event? As a matter of fact, raise your hand or say hi or do something that you're going to be at the event. Guys, I'm already talking to, like I talked to Gary. I'll use Gary as an example in the Bay Area. Gary's business is starting to explode, starting to gain a lot of momentum, et cetera. And he said, Daryl, I'm not only going to be there, but I'm going to be responsible for 20 other people that are doing that. So now I'm actually going through some of the team members that we've personally enrolled, and they're putting numbers attached to the number of people they want to go. Guys, we have 112 days for this event that corporate is going to be here. They're going to do some amazing things. Again, the training was amazing this past a week ago or so in San Antonio. I believe it's even going to go to another level because we're going to have those same people there. Plus, we're going to have additional people that are going to be there. Corporate's going to be there even on Saturday. David's going to be training as well. We're even trying to get Danny Segmental to come out here. I know he's coming out here in April, but we're trying to get him to get out here. We're going to get Igor to go through that booklet and show you how he did some of those things step by step. So again, how many of you are, I still haven't got enough people, are wanting to be in Vegas July 15th? Anybody? Natalie is already
She lives in Vegas.
signed up.
Natalie Ramirez.
She just signed up like 2 days ago and she's already committed. So
Yeah, so guys,
She's
we
signing-
we'll obviously get the flyer when we get to the official word, but again, tentatively, July 15th, Las Vegas, Nevada, lock it in your mind, you know, get ready to come out there and don't just think, am I coming? Think in terms like a leader. Yes, of course I'm coming. And how many people can I bring with me? That's
Absolutely.
the question. And then how many people can you get your people to bring with them? You know, so I mean, that when you want to start kind of converting from the consumer mindset, well, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't go. And you want to get the leader mindset. It's not only, of course I'm going, but I'm going to rally my team to see how many I can bring, how many I can get them to bring, how many I get their people to bring. So I'm showing up with an army like Igor did in San Antonio, like, you know, so many other leaders did in San Antonio. They're coming there with a whole group of people. And that way, when you leave this event, your business explodes, your check explodes, you rank up. And then, of course, guess what? There's going to be another event after that, but we're going to focus on this one and it's going to be incredible.
So guys, again, you probably want to come in Friday because we're still putting it together. The key day obviously is going to be all day Saturday, but there may be some things happening on Friday and even on Sunday, Friday late and on Sunday as well. Who doesn't want to come to Vegas? So again, all the stuff is being put together as we speak. We're coordinating it with David Hart and corporate as we speak. But more details, like Todd said, will be coming out as well. I just talked to what was her name? What was a lady out in IY in your organization? Boy, it starts with an R. Can't think of her name. But I asked her, hey, I told her we're going to have this event. It's going to be the 15th. She said, guess what, Daryl? I'm going to be in Vegas on the 14th because I'm coming out to see Usher.
Oh.
And so she's going to be here that weekend. So she was excited to already be here, but now she's going to stay and hang out to be a part of our company.
Yeah, so Jill, I can see all our reps out there now. Like, I got to go to this business event in Las Vegas. Got to go out there, you know. I mean, guys, Vegas is great. Everybody has fun in Vegas. Going to be a great time, great training, and explode your business. And again, just, you know, make that mindset right now. Not only am I coming, how many am I bringing? And when we can get you to convert that mindset from am I or am I not to, of course I am, and I'm bringing people, that's when your business is going to go to a whole new level.
No question about it, guys. Events make you money, and we prove it over and over. Todd's talked about the event that changed his life. David Hart talked about the event that he was at that actually where we all met. Todd met David. I met David at that same event that literally changed the trajectory of his life. I can go back to Dallas, Texas, where the first big event where there was literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people at that event, and it literally changed the trajectory of my life as well. And too many people keep coming up with excuses why they can do this, why they can't do that. Guys, there's no excuses. You've got 112 days to put this together. Some of you are going to start putting it together literally right now and start building and grow your team. And then some of you are going to wait and then you're going to let an excuse happen and you're not going to show there. So show up. So make sure you set the mindset to get there. And I'm going to go through a few slides here once we get done here to help you get to that point. IY, I see you on here. Are you coming? Are you bringing your group out here? IY, I see you on here. I know I'm calling you out, but I just want to know. I have no idea if your schedule is open or not. Todd, what everyone need to do now, we can definitely move
Yeah,
forward.
and I saw Miss Pinky, the 3-star director, Miss Pinky, get ready to go 4-star. Anyway, so Gerald, yeah, let's do the slides. And then when you're done with the slides, we're going to talk about the one characteristic that you're looking for in every prospect. That when you find that one single characteristic, it's one word. And when you understand what you're looking for, it can explode your business. But we're going to get to that after Daryl does his slides.
Okay, so guys, again, I think there's a few things that really cause people to create success and momentum in life. in their business. And some of it I talked about at the conference. We're going to get more detail into that this coming conference, but there's some other things that as well we talk about all the time. And again, this is literally the number one thing out there. So as a slide up. So if you can upgrade your mind, you upgrade your life. This is how you can actually train your brain for success. Again, guys, you have to understand. I'm going to say it again. You can read it with me on there. If you upgrade your mind, you upgrade your life. This is how you train your brain for success. This is something that Todd and I and all the leaders talk about literally on a daily basis when we're talking to individuals, books where they need to be reading, things they need to be doing. Mindset is the most important. Maria always talks about, I mean, how tough is it to talk to someone about Dubai, showing them, 90% saving, showing somebody 50% saving. If they don't see that, there's nothing that is going to grow for them in their lives. But again, the mindset is the number one thing. Okay, read 10 pages of a good book. How often do we talk about that? Listen to 15 minutes of a good audio. Success is doing the small things every day that appear to make no difference at all, but repeated over time make all the difference in the world. How many times have you heard us say that? Guys, that is the most important thing that you can do for your life moving forward, is these things that we talk about. And if you do them, it's going to make all the difference in the world. Now, these are 3 books you need to read ASAP, or you can do them again. Atomic Habits, Think and Grow Rich, your first year in network marketing. If you've got a brand new person that doesn't understand the industry, that book they need to read. Mark Yarnell talks about the things that you're going to be going through and things you need to understand in this industry. Think and Grow Rich is probably the number one bestseller of mindset in how to become successful book in the history of the world. It is my number one favorite, a book that I've gone through hundreds of times and I've outlined. Again, Atomic Habits. If you change the trajectory of your life just by changing little simple habits over time, your life is going to change. There is no question about it. You have to learn to select your thoughts the same way you select your clothes every day. Let me say that again. You have to learn to select your thoughts the same way you select your clothes every day. Now think about this. Most people sit there for 10 minutes or an hour the night before or the morning of trying to figure out, what am I going to wear today? What's going to match with this? What shoes do I need to get? Oh, I saw some shoes at Nordstrom I need to get that would go great with this outfit. You spend more times putting clothes together than you spend on changing your mindset and moving in the direction. If you change this mindset, you can get somebody to get the clothes for you. You can get those fashion people to actually come and dress you every single day. But again, we spend more time planning things and doing things that make no difference in our life long-term sustainable than we do than changing your mindset. And that makes everything. If you want to control your life, you must work on your mind. It's the only thing you should actually try to control. If you can't master your thoughts, you are going to be in trouble forever. I thank God these are some simple things that I've learned and principles of success that I've learned a long time ago. I actually even learned it before I even understood this. I even learned them in Sunday school, when I was 5, 6, and 7, just kind of growing up. So to get anything out of life, you must have a burning desire. So number 5 here, to get anything out of life, you must have a burning desire. You have to have a hunger. Does Igor have a hunger? Can you tell how excited he is and the energy that he put into going ambassador in record time? Guys, it didn't happen by accident. He showed you what he's doing every single day. How many of you can actually show that, hey, this is what I've done over the last 30 days, over the last 60 days, over the last 90 days? You have to have a burning desire. You have to have a hunger. You have to want it. do the uncomfortable. We say this all the time until it becomes comfortable. You have to step out on faith. You know, some of you, when we talked about July 15th, some of you didn't react to that. Some of you already started coming up with excuses. Well, that's going to be summertime. It's going to be real hella hot out there in Vegas. And that's the reason why you don't go to the next level in life, because of those type of situations there. You have to sell out for success. People talk about you got to have balance and you got to have a balance here and there. Absolutely no. I used to believe that crap back in the day. Everybody that is successful, believe me, we're selling out. You know, when Igor just went in record time to get to ambassador, believe me, he has some things that are out of whack, some things that are out of balance. But again, do successful people do for short term what unsuccessful people won't do, so they can do for the rest of their life. Successful people make decisions quickly and rarely change them. Unsuccessful people make them slowly and change them often. For those of you that didn't make a decision about July 15, you probably are in that second tier category. This is why we talk about mindset. When you get in your conference ticket, how many team members are you going to be bringing to Vegas? These are the things you should be writing down and talking about. You should be plotting and planning with your leadership right now. It takes planning. It takes plotting. This is how you push through your fear. This is how you push through your limiting belief. This is how you push through rejection. This is how you push through deception. This is how you push through apathy. This is how you push through attrition. These are the attributes of becoming an ambassador and above. These are the mental things you must learn to master. And it is not tough, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about simple things. Unfortunately, most people are comfortable in their comfort zone. That's our biggest challenge. Most people are comfortable in their comfort zone because it is a nice, dark, warm place, but nothing can grow there. You got to understand that. When you have a hunger for something and you want success as bad as you want to breathe, success is inevitable. So guys, work on your mindset. It'll make all the difference in the world. It is the simple things, doing them on a daily basis, that appear to make no difference at all, but repeated over time will make all the difference in your world. Is reading 10 pages of a good book, is that tough to do every single day? Is listening to 15 minutes of a great audio, is that really tough today? If it can change your life from average to next level, if it can change your finances from one level to a higher level, is it worth doing it? Absolutely. That's why we talk about your mindset. That's why you have to change that first. And if you get started doing the little things every single day, that will create the momentum you need to create ambassador, to create one star, create all the things. Again, upgrade your mind, you upgrade your life. All right, Todd,
this is where you go mic drop. This is where you drop the mic. That's it. I mean, that was absolutely pure fire. So for everyone that is watching this live, it's being recorded on Facebook. For everyone that is watching this on the replay, I would pull the trigger back right now and watch that entire section one more time, because that is entirely the ball game. You know, what happens to us all. You know, the same winds of fortune, the same winds of difficulty, the same winds of social problems or tragedy in our life. We've all had people that have maybe passed away, or this happened or that happened, or the economy went down, or the same wind blows on us all. It's not about what happens, it's how we respond to what happens. And you can grow as an individual. You know, when you look at a millionaire and someone that's maybe struggling financially, they look at the same set of circumstances differently. And it's learning to look at it differently. It's learning to look for the solutions, not just focus on the problems. That's an attitude. But what affects your attitude are your thoughts. And you get to choose your thoughts, because your thoughts are based on what you read, what you see, what you listen to, and your experiences. And you get to choose what you read. You get to choose what you listen to. You get to choose what you see. You get to choose who you hang out with. And if you choose to hang out with a Daryl Maria Roberts, you choose to hang out with an Igor and a Coach D and a Keith Brown and all the other kind of people that are clearly got the championship mindset, they got it going on. You find out they think just a little bit differently. And as you hang out with them, you begin to think a little bit differently. You actually get to make that choice of who you want to become. And too often, you people are just waiting for the circumstances to change, right? I promise you, there's not a political movement that's going to help your life improve dramatically, right? Those things and those debates have been going on for thousands of years, and not much has changed. You have to learn the Jim Rohn statement: in order for things to change, I have to change. In order for things to get better, I have to get better, right? You have to be the reason. Now, why is that? Why is it that in order for things to change, I have to change? Why is it that in order for things to get better, I have to get better? You know why? Because things don't change. Things are about the same. Was there corruption 100 years ago? Yeah. Were there political difficulties 100 years ago? Yeah. Was there poverty 100 years ago? Yeah. Were there great injustices 100 years ago? Yeah. You're going to find out that opportunity mixed with difficulty, the same as it's been for the last 6,000 years of recorded history, it's about the same. The only thing that's going to change your lot in life is when you change, and you get to physically make that choice. Now, here's the other reality. It's a great story. It comes about a story about a dog laying on a nail. So the dog is laying there on the nail. It's kind of whimpering and it's kind of squirming and all the other kind of stuff. So why doesn't the dog get off the nail? You know why? Because it doesn't bother him enough yet. And when the pain of being on the nail is greater than the effort to change that circumstance, that is when you're willing to make the change. So when the pain of not doing it is greater than the pain of making the changes you have to make, that's when someone makes a change. So when you're out there prospecting people, what is that one word you're looking for? You are looking for somebody who is dissatisfied. You are looking for somebody that thorn is in their foot. They've been laying on that nail. They're already a little squirmish. This is somebody who's ready to make the change. This is somebody who says, Daryl, 10 pages, name the book. I will start doing that today. 15 minutes of an audio, send me the link. I will do it every day. I will do exactly. I am willing. I am able. I am coachable. I will do exactly what you tell me to do, because the pain of this job, the pain of this same old paycheck, the same of this same old car, the same of this same old neighborhood, the pain of these same old boring vacations I've been doing, it ain't cutting it anymore. And we all have this thermostat in our life, and we get to set that thermostat. And as long as you're kind of comfortable, yeah, I'm doing kind of good, I don't need to change. But the moment you can raise your expectations, raise your belief level, the moment you focus on the things you really want, you can change the thermostat where, you know what, I'm no longer comfortable where I'm at. That causes you to take the action, and you propel upward to a whole new level that you want to seek. So guys, it's all about the mindset. Romans 12:2, right out of the Bible. Let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. That's not the word according to Daryl Todd. That's the word according to God. Okay. And so again, it's right there in the Bible. You can physically decide, I want to read the pages. I'm going to listen to the audio. I'm going to develop the mindset. I'm going to talk to 3 to 5 people every single day. I'm going to be in Las Vegas on the 15th. I don't give a damn how hot it is, because it's going to get a whole lot hotter when I get there, because we're bringing my whole team with me, right? I'm not worried about anybody, but they got all kinds of air conditioning in Vegas. Don't worry about the heat. You've been hanging out in the swimming pool with your sunglasses on. Yeah, I'll take another one of those. I mean, again, it's going to be a lot of fun when you're there. Turn problems into opportunities, right? Everyone's got challenges, but some people it's a problem, and some people it's a profit. Same thing happens to us all. You get to decide. Guys, it's been an incredible training. Go back and play that part from Daryl all over again. Play that part from Eager all over again. Coach D, thank you for being here today.
Apart from Todd following me up all over again.
Tatiana, thank you for making your debut today. I mean, again, guys, she's very humble. Doesn't like to. No. I wouldn't know what to say. I mean, she's just very humble. But guess what? Every day, she's calling people. Every day, she's building her business. Every day, she's working on her mindset. Every day, she's taking action. That's why her business is growing, even though this is not her natural comfort level. She's not, I don't like getting on the big again, but she got on today to congratulate Eager. So guys, been an incredible training. July 15th. You don't want to miss it. Tomorrow night, we have another event, and that's going to happen with Coach D and Pastor Mel. That is our Sunday night fireside chat. How many are you bringing to that event? On Monday night, we have our corporate update call with Mr. David Hart. How many are you bringing to that event? On Tuesday night, 2 of the very best to ever do it, Daryl and Maria. I mean, they do the whole thing for you. All you have to do is say, hey, what are you doing Tuesday night at 6 o'clock p.m. California time, 9 o'clock East Coast time? Anything that might be worth $100,000 to you this year? Anything? No? Watching Housewives? Okay, well, maybe you might want to record that show, and I want you to come hear this story from this couple that have built $1 million business. You got to hear what they're doing. I mean, it's going to absolutely blow you away. Make your popcorn. Let's hop on there together. It doesn't last that long. I promise you're going to thank me afterwards. Just get people on that Zoom. Wednesday, Thursday, we got presentations every night of the week, guys. And so with that, any final thoughts, Mr. Darrell?
Nope. And the church said, amen.
Amen. All right, guys, go out there and talk to, don't forget, today, 10 pages of a good book, 15 minutes of audio, 3 to 5 people. See you guys tomorrow night.